Hi there, it's Samantha with Dreaming Angel Tarot, and it's been quite a while since I've made a video for you guys, and I have really been enjoying the pick a card readings that are getting so popular right now, so I wanted to do one for you. And today's pick a card reading is going to be about what your dreams are trying to tell you. Now, not your hopes and dreams, but your nighttime dreams, your visions in the night. What is your subconscious? What is your higher self? Are the angels, God, and so forth trying to get through to you? Um, Dream interpretation is something that I've done almost naturally for a very long time. Many of you already know that. So this is the natural place for me to start. Oh, today as I upload this, it is the eve of the harvest moon. So I felt it appropriate that when that big harvest full moon is illuminating the sky, that it could cast an illumination on our subconscious, and the moon actually represents the subconscious. And not only that, as I mentioned before, your spirit guides, my spirit guides, to help, I've asked them to be present and help me communicate to you and get those messages to you clearly. So, not to bore you anymore, if you want to go ahead and pick which pile you are drawn to, this is pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if you need to pause the video to to try and sit with it and determine which one is calling to you the most, go ahead and do that now. I am going to get on with the reading. So if you chose pile number 1, you have the white owl. The angel is the angel of channeling. You have the 3 of cups, the 6 of coins. The dream symbol is your X. And then you have the 8 of wands. So let's talk about this guy right here, the owl. So the owl is, well, they're wise old owls. They're very intelligent, these people. And not only that, owls are associated with magic and esoteric knowledge. And since you also got the Angel of Channeling card, I would say that the person who chose this pile is someone who's already in tune with their dreams. They are probably very aware that they're receiving messages through their dreams, and this is confirmation that you are in fact channeling those messages. With the 3 of Cups, you're probably getting very happy messages at this time, celebratory. And with the 6 of Coins, you're probably in a good place in your life where you're able to pass on, your abundance to others and to celebrate and to share with them. Not only that, while you're getting these messages, I feel that you not only get messages for yourself, but you're able to pass those messages on to other people. Now, this part of maybe dreaming about your ex, it says reunite with a lost aspect of yourself. When we dream of our ex, sometimes that can be a disturbing dream to some people. It can mean that at this time you are dealing with some of the same issues that you did while you were in a relationship with that person, but with all of these cards being so positive, I don't feel that that's what it's saying. I think dreaming about your ex in this case is exactly as it says, reuniting with those lost aspects of yourself. I think that you are going through an awakening and you are getting connected with those things. Now, with the 8 of Wands, it also shows a great deal of focus. So you may have, you may be doing things that are helping to bring that information to the surface. That could include a ton of different things. It could include talk therapy. It could include a spiritual awakening brought on, just by your desire to want to come closer to spirit. But at this time, you are putting focus on that. And I love the idea here that you're able to deliver messages to other people. You see here in the Six of Cups, he's holding out his hand. He has plenty for himself. and he's holding out a hand. So I see you actually being a spiritual helper, and maybe you've been disconnected from spirit for a while, and now you've come back and you've had this reunion here with the Three of Cups, and it's celebratory. So this is all positive. So I love your dreams at this time. Pile number 1. That's awesome. Okay, on to pile number 2. You have the cute raccoon, angel of clairaudience, 10 of swords, knight of swords, and your childhood home. Now, your childhood home as a dream symbol, you know, when we dream about a house, it's one of the most common dream symbols, or most common things to dream about. But when we dream about a house, we're actually dreaming about ourselves. And when we dream about our childhood homes, we are reliving childhood memories or revisiting. It could represent the inner child, or revisiting dealing with issues that occurred in childhood, or happy memories that happened in childhood. And I love the angel of clairaudience. If you can see in this picture, the angel is whispering to her. It looks like while she's lying down. So you were a person who received, but her eyes are open. So not only do you get messages while you're sleeping, you are a person who actually hears the voice of the angels. You have that sense that you know, it's just this little voice inside you that tells you and helps lead, guide, and direct you. Now, I can see that you've probably been dealing with some painful realities, or a painful relationship that ended. And I say it's a relationship because you have the Knight of Swords here, and the knights represent courtship. So although you've had some pain in the past related with courtship, it looks like your dreams of your childhood home are trying to help you remember where you're from and who you really are. So like this little raccoon, he's awesome. It's so cute and sweet. So, but he's wearing a mask. And sometimes we do that in our lives. We pick up masks and we wear them because, you know, it just isn't polite to show our emotions and to show the negativity that we're going through and what we're dealing with at times, you know. So we put on a mask for others. But this little raccoon is telling you it's time to strip away the masks, remember who you truly are. And if you were in a painful relationship that made you feel less than, then the angels want you to know that that's not true. That's not true, because you have the Two of Cups coming in here, giving you the promise of a new relationship that is balanced, that is you know, filled with reciprocity. And you know, it's not going to be the painful past that you're used to, right? So that's the message for you here. Let's see if I get anything else. Yeah, I think that's it. The raccoon is definitely a spirit animal that wants to help you. If you want to do some research on the raccoon, raccoon people are actually smart. They're very intelligent. So, and that also falls along here with the clairaudience, the swords coming in with, you know, the swords are about communication and thought. So I see a person here who's a thinker, and can figure things out. Raccoons can figure things out like nobody's business. And I think that you're going to do that. You're going to solve the puzzle, and you'll revisit these things in your childhood, and you'll come to a place where you can be more in balance with yourself and in relationships with others, and you can put away this expectation that things are going to happen the way they did in the past, or be as painful as your past was, and continue to listen to your angels, because they're definitely talking to you, and you hear it audibly. So okay, of course, that's how you hear things audibly. All right, on to the next pile. On to pile number 3. Okay, we've got the spirit animal crow, angel of patience, 2 of coins, the lovers, celebrity is a dream symbol, and then lastly the emperor. Okay, so crow is another bird that talks about magic. It's related to magic. You know, there's a saying that said, when ravens appear, magic is near. They are messengers. They bring us messages. So definitely your dreams are trying to tell you something. There are messages coming through. And crow may be a symbol for you. This may be an animal that you see in your waking life that can help you to pay attention to what's going on. You have the angel of patience. Now for me, when I see the angel of patience, I'm like, go away, because that means I have to I have to wait, and that's something that I don't like to do. That means I'm probably going through something painful, and it's going to be a while until I get relief, or there's something I want and it's not the right time, and I don't like seeing this angel. But that's not really how we should receive or perceive this angel when they show up. The angel of patience is going to help us with patience, help us to actually have patience where we didn't before, which means that waiting will not be painful. You know, it's when you're waiting in a doctor's office, say for instance, if you're waiting for your appointment, oftentimes, you know, you want to fill that time with something. You take a book with you, you do something to pass the time. And I think that when it's not the right time for us at a certain point in our life for what we want or what we're after, that if we can stay very busy, it helps. Okay, and then you have the 2 of coins and the lovers card. So I'm seeing here that there's probably some needed balance with your emotional or romantic relationships. You need a balance here with your relationships. Now that the angel of patience is holding a clock, it may be that you are in wait for your soulmate, and you're feeling a little impatient about that. Or it may be that you are in a relationship and there are some things going on. You're trying to balance home and life, work life and home life, and you're trying to make time for one another, and that's not really working out for you. But the angel of patience is there helping you along. Sometimes when we're in a relationship, we don't realize that even relationships have cycles. You know, sometimes we go through times where we really click with one another. We have plenty of time for one another to do those romantic things, to have that romantic times. And then at other times we're just stretched too far in this modern world and our relationships can suffer. But this too is cyclical, and it's you know, just something we go through if you are in a relationship. If you're still waiting for that relationship, I see that the man here is holding the woman slightly above him. If you're waiting for that person who is really going to honor you and put you up above all others, this is confirmation that that person is coming. The angel of patience, like I said, is there with you. And then your dream symbol is celebrity. Shine like the star that you are. Now, it's interesting when we dream about celebrities. It's usually that whatever qualities we associate with that person, it's not necessarily the qualities they have, but it's whatever qualities we associate with that person are the qualities that are coming through. So if you've been dreaming about a celebrity, then write down how you feel about that person and try and determine if it's something that you are looking for in a mate, or that and why those things are important. Now, if you dream that you are a celebrity, then same thing, write down those traits. Try and really dig into what those qualities are that you want to manifest in your life. Okay, and then here with the Emperor, I found it very interesting. He has the crow as well, and he's squawking this time, right? And the expression on the guy's face is one of, yeah, he's over there squawking. He does that all the time. So um, the message there is to be responsible, right? To be responsible for the messages that are coming through to you, and pay attention, right? Because he showed up twice already. Look, there's three of them. So the universe is trying to leave you breadcrumbs. It's trying to leave you breadcrumbs. They're trying to lead you um, to your soulmate, right? They're trying to lead you there. Uh, they're trying to get you to this place where you feel union in your own soul, and you find your happiness. But the timing may not be right now, but it's so very important to pay attention. All right? And shine like the star that you are. So that's pile number 3. And then we're on to pile number 4. For the spirit animal, we have the jellyfish, the angel of divine timing, 7 of swords, strength, ceremony for a dream symbol, and then 10 of wands for the last card. Okay, jellyfish as a spirit animal. I love the Animal Allies tarot deck. I'm sorry. I love the Animal Allies Oracle deck, not only because it's cute and it has bright colors and it's all about spirit animals, and that's what I'm into, but because it has so many of the animals, and it has the sea creatures in there, and I think that's wonderful. So what do you think of when you think of a jellyfish? Sometimes what might come to mind are things that are not so positive when people say, oh, that person's a jellyfish, they need to have a backbone, right? Um, Jellyfish are beautiful. They kind of go with the flow, however. They really can't propel themselves through the water. So you might be at a point in time in your life where you're feeling like you are not able to take direction, or you're not able to not take direction, that doesn't sound right, that you're not able to move in the direction that you want to go, right? You might just feel like you're being moved about by the motion of the ocean, right? But the angel watching over you right now is the angel of divine timing. And I want to talk a little bit about divine timing because not everyone understands what divine timing is. I asked someone once, I said, what do you think divine timing is? And they said, oh, it's like when you're looking for an apartment and the right one comes along at the right time. That's divine timing, right? And I said, no, not really. Although that's fortunate, and I'm very glad that you brought those blessings into your life and that the angels were there helping you, definitely. Divine timing has more to do with kind of the things that we have to go through in order to grow and get to the next level before we're ready for something else, that thing that we've been wanting, right? Like, for example, in order to meet our soulmates, we have to grow to a certain level before we're able to meet that person, or else the relationship will just fall apart. And you have to have reached a certain level of growth. And unfortunately, it takes a while for some of us. And I was 35 before I met my soulmate, and I had to go through a lot of difficulty before I got there, right? But that's what divine timing is. It's not a time that's written in stone. It's how quickly are you going to grow? How many lessons do you have to repeat? Who knows? These things are undetermined because they're largely our choice, right? So that's what the angel of divine timing is about. Now here you've got some harsh aspects with the 7 of swords, and then the strength card. So it seems like maybe someone took advantage of you, or took advantage of a certain situation, or it could be your job where you don't feel that things are fair, right? You feel like others are getting away with something. That's what's depicted in the Seven of Swords. And that happens many times. You know, you've heard the old saying, life isn't fair. I don't like to repeat that kind of stuff, but it seems to be the general feeling that you're having right now. But you can overcome it, right? There's a tiger here waiting to come out. This is a very powerful card, the Strength card, the feminine energy of coming through. But the dream symbol you have is ceremony. Honor how far you've come. You might be feeling weak. You might be feeling soft here with the jellyfish. You might not be feeling like you can stand up to someone who maybe has lied to you or taken advantage of you. But there's a tiger inside. Like I said, you have a strength that you are maybe not even aware of. And the ceremony, you know, in tribal cultures, there's always ceremony to mark growth stages, right? And even religious ceremonies to mark growth stages. And in our modern society, there's just not enough of that. There's not enough. We don't take the time to mark certain times in our life when we've come through difficulty. You know, is there some kind of ceremony for divorce? Is there some kind of ceremony for coming back from war? Not really, unless you do these things yourself. So the message coming through your dreams and your subconscious net right now is to realize that you know, everyone goes through difficulty. It's part of the journey, right? You've got the angel of divine timing here telling you it's part of the journey. What we're working out in you is strength, right? There's a tiger here, and then you've got this very powerful card of the Ten of Wands, and this is a little boy holding a dragon's egg. Okay, so there is huge potential here in you, within you. There's a dragon waiting to be born right here, right? The tiger inside. You are being made into this person who can display incredible strength, although you may not be feeling like it right now. Okay, sometimes when you're feeling like this, you might need a little bit of help from someone else. So look to those positive people who you can surround yourself at this time. Again, with the ceremony, maybe it's drawing those people close to you and talking about it, getting your feelings down, journaling. I'm big on journaling. So getting those feelings down, journaling them out, sorting through them. What you're going through is real. And I want you to know that it's not of your imagination. Okay, this is tough, and you know, but God's working out a strength in you. You know, you've got these two fire cards here, right? Two action cards about the tiger and the dragon. So I see a very powerful person here going through the journey, and that is pile number 4. So pile number 5, got moth, angel of nature, king of coins, death, computer as a dream symbol, and the shadow dance. Okay. Got some very harshly aspected cards here. Now, moth is not the same as butterfly. A little bit different thing going on there, and you've got death and, you know, what modern Christendom calls the devil. So I would say that those of you who chose pile number 5, it wouldn't surprise me if you told me you were having nightmares at this time. And what's going on in your dreams is your dreams are trying to warn you. Okay, nightmares are true gifts, because It's about the universe sending a red flag and a warning signal. It's not about what's going to happen to you. I think we talked a little bit about that in pile number 2, about divine timing and how we are here making our own choices and forging our own paths, right? But what do you think about when you think about a moth? I think about that common saying of a moth being drawn to the flame, right? Um, like what you're headed for is, no, not quite. You feel that you might be headed for destruction. Um, and I know that's harsh, but like I said, whoever chose this pile is probably having nightmares, but we're going to work through it. Angel of nature is with you. So when I see this angel, I see somebody who probably enjoys being outside, is probably environmentally aware, a person who loves Mother Earth, an earthy kind of an individual. And it may be, and I feel like whoever this is, they're a little bit disconnected because with dreaming about the computer, you need to upgrade your mental software. So we use computers to connect with the World Wide Web, or in other words, in symbolic language, the universal consciousness, right? So in that universal consciousness, there's all kinds of stuff, but not everything you're tapping into right now is good. So let's continue working through this. You've got the King of Coins, and then the shadow dance over here. So it could be that at this time you're putting material things are ruling over you at this time, or you're putting too much emphasis on material things. And it's not boding well for you in your relationships. I see the man and the woman in the background here, the shadow dance. It's keeping you in the shadows. You're not able to come into the light. It's very difficult for you to think positively at this time. And you just like this one says about the computer, you just need a mental upgrade. You need something in your life to like raise your vibration, right? It's like the nature's not enough. You need to have some type of spiritual enlightenment to help you out of this darkness. I'm going to draw another card for those who chose this pile to help me through this and get some clarity. And we got the career angel. Okay, so that's validation to me that what is going on is that maybe your career is coming to an end. Maybe you're out of work at this time and you're concerned and you're worried over, the earthly things, the angel of nature there. And yeah, that ties right in with the King of Coins. So you may have a fear that your job is ending, or you may have a fear that you cannot leave your job, right? You may be unhappy in your job and you have fear over your material I don't want to say lifestyle, but over, your sustenance and covering, over the things that we all need in life. And I think that we've all been here. We've all had worry and concern over our physical well-being. But the message that is trying to come through with your dreams is that, so what if this job ends? You've got a career angel looking out for you that's going to help lead, guide, and direct you in the next direction. Right? Perhaps where you're staying right now, continuing to do this job, is kind of holding you back. It's keeping you in a shadow, and you need to come into the light. Perhaps you are out of work and you're feeling depressed, and you need to have a positive outlook in order to so that you interview better, so that people perceive you better when you go on interviews. And you need that positive mindset to bring about blessings in your life. So my advice to this person who chose pile number 5 would be to pray to access those angels who are waiting there to help you, and to do whatever it is that brings you into a state of positivity, right? And I'm sending you peace and love, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thanks a lot.